Welcome back. The time's 8:26. We're talking about the NHS now. Experts are this morning warning that high dropout rates amongst NHS staff, from doctors to nurses, is becoming an increasingly serious issue and has called for healthcare workers' student loans to be written off if they stay with the NHS. We're asking this morning, is that a good idea? Well, joining us now is the political commentator Lettice Bromovsky to discuss all this. Good morning to you. Look, it seems like a good idea. If you can encourage people to stay within the sector, some loyalty, then we'll wipe out your debt.
Yeah, I think, look, on the base of this, I'm not sure that it really is a good idea. It doesn't really address the root problems that we're having with doctors at the moment. You know, doctors and consultants are currently striking over pay rises. If you wiped out the student debt of a junior doctor right now, they're really only getting back around £75 more a month, which essentially, for the pay rise that they're asking for, this just does not equate. The real issue, like you're saying, is on retention here. And I do think that if you are going to go down this route, it would have to be a years of service agreement where they'll subsidize their training and you have to stay in the NHS for a minimum of 10 years. Because otherwise, it's just going to be a highly costly scheme for the government that won't be beneficial for them.
Yeah, although, you know, whenever we talk about things being costly for the government, we actually mean for ourselves. The government doesn't have any of its own money. It's all taxpayers' money, isn't it, exactly, at the end of the day? It's interesting when you talk about retention. On this programme, we've talked a great deal about the number of doctors that go overseas because they can get probably better pay, better living conditions, all the rest of it. I'm aware of this loophole whereby doctors are going to places like Australia and actually never paying back their student debt, because they're staying permanently. You know, you have to put, there's a cap at the moment. If you're there for less than 5 years, you still have to pay it back. Lots of those people aren't paying back what we have subsidised as taxpayers. Does that need to be addressed, do you think, as a way of stopping all of them jetting off and leaving the NHS?
Yeah, I mean, it would be a good place to start. Currently, student loan debt owed to the government is at around £206 billion. This is astronomical. And all we've heard over the last year is how the government is in a seriously precarious financial state. COVID, the inflation, all of this stuff. We're funding huge amounts of money into our NHS, £178 billion each year. Some of this money is going to have to be being paid back in some sense. And with people running off and not staying in the NHS, these are the first issues that we've got to deal with.
Well, Lettice Bromovsky, we have to leave it there. Thanks for giving us your perspective in all of this. The research by the Nuffield Trust think tank said that around 1 in 4 doctors are leaving the NHS within 2 years, and over a 5-year period, this rises to nearly 2 in 5. So that's a significant number. Let us know your thoughts at home in all of this.